everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm painting a bunch of juicy red currants using my watercolor brushes in Procreate. And I thought it would be the perfect time to share something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. And that is my ongoing dance between the traditional and digital art. As you watch the colors bloom on the screen, I want to invite you into my inner world a little bit. To talk about the push and pull I often feel between these two mediums. Maybe you feel it too. I started my creative journey with traditional watercolors a few years back with paints, paper, water, and time. There is something so grounding about that process. The quiet rustle of the paper, the clink of the water jar, the way pigments behave with a mind of their own. It feels so alive and deeply human. I always say that painting traditionally is like having a conversation with nature. There are happy accidents, textures that you cannot replicate, and a physical rhythm that connects you to the moment. But on the other hand, digital art has its own magic as well. Painting in Procreate gives me a sense of freedom. There is less pressure because I can always undo or work in layers. I can paint lying on the couch, in the car, even in the dark. And that accessibility makes it easier for me to create more consistently, even on the busiest days. When I paint digitally, especially with the brushes that mimic watercolor, I still try to channel the same calm energy I feel with traditional materials. I'll take my time with each stroke and blend them softly. I'll pause and breathe. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. But here's the thing, I've struggled with choosing between the two mediums all the time. There are days when I feel torn, like I need to pick one to really master it, to be known for something, and other days I feel grateful that I don't have to choose, that I can embrace both for what they offer me. I think the pressure comes from outside voices sometimes. Maybe it's social media, algorithms, branding, expectations, and whatnot. But the more I listen to my own voice, the more I realize that I'm not a traditional artist or a digital artist. I'm just an artist, a person who paints because it brings me peace, clarity, and joy. Each medium has its own quirks. In traditional watercolor, I adore the unpredictable flow of pigment, the granulation, the tactile experience, but it can be sometimes unforgiving. And there is mess, the drying time, the cleanup, the light, the space needed, etc. With Procreate, I love the control that I have, the ability to experiment endlessly without fear, but sometimes I miss the real world texture. It can feel too clean, too perfect, and I have to be intentional to keep the soul in it. So here is how I approach this now. When I want to explore an idea quickly, or if I'm traveling or short on time, etc., I turn to Procreate. It's my playground. I sketch, I plan, test color palettes, and sometimes it even becomes the final piece, like the red currants that I'm painting right here. I did not plan to paint the final piece on Procreate. I was planning to transfer it to traditional watercolor paper and paint it with watercolors, but I was really happy with how it came out today. But when I want to slow down and sink into the meditative rhythm of painting, I reach for my watercolors. I let go of digital convenience and invite a little chaos in. And that balance has been really healthy for me. There is no better medium, trust me. There's only what your heart needs in the moment. Some days I crave the feel of a brush on cotton paper, other days I just love the clean glide of an Apple pencil on glass. And it all counts. It all adds to your growth as an artist. If you have been struggling to choose between the traditional and digital art, maybe you don't have to. Maybe you can honor both and give yourself permission to shift with the seasons of your life. There's something really beautiful about being flexible, about letting your tools serve your creativity, not the other way around. So, as I finish up these glossy little currants, I just want to thank you for being here, for watching this process, and listening to these reflections. I hope this gave you some peace, some comfort, or at least a sense that you are not alone in this, if you're feeling a little torn between the two creative worlds. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about traditional versus digital art? Do you lean one way more often? Or are you also dancing in between like me? If you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, or share it with a fellow artist. And wherever you are in your creative path today, I hope you find a moment to breathe, make something, and just be. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.